A food desert fix with the Northside store reopening, new troubles for Harley-Davidson, and 2 laid-off employees suing a manufacturing company over its decision. Those are some of this week's business headlines. Let's talk about them with Andrew Weiland, editor of BizTimes Milwaukee, our news partners. He's joining us here this afternoon. All right, let's start with the closure of what was Century Foods at 64th and Silver Spring. We covered that back in January. Now it's going to be reopening, same location but a new name.
Yeah, same operator opening the store. And Century is a small franchise. Years ago it had dozens of locations in the area. It's now a shell of what it used to be, but it's still a franchise operation. So the owner of this store is kind of leaving that franchisee situation, reopening the store as an independent operation, which hopefully alleviates some of the requirements, some of the costs of being part of that franchise, and will enable the store to survive. We shall see. We've seen several stores have closed on the north side of Milwaukee, grocery stores closed on the north side recently, and it's a troubling food desert issue. And so having this store open is a bit of good news. Still need a lot more of that, but that is a bright spot.
All right, let's talk about Harley-Davidson recently announcing more cuts within the company worldwide. They haven't given us specific numbers and locations, but this follows a trend that we've been seeing with the company.
Well, the trend we've been seeing is, a new CEO that took over, Arthur Starrs, on October 1st, came to Harley from Topgolf, has been making a lot of big changes. Changes to executive leadership, bringing the employees back to the headquarters, which had basically been abandoned previously, and now this. And like you said, we don't know a lot of specifics. We don't know numbers in terms of layoffs. We don't know local impact. But we do know that the CEO is trying to turn around a sales slump that's been ongoing for quite some time. It's still a profitable company, but sales have been in decline. And so, you're going to see, changes like this, cutting back on expenses to try to right the ship.
I know we haven't had any specifics on whether it's any local impact, but you would imagine anyone in the company sees this news, they're going to wonder, oh, am I going to be among these cuts?
Yeah, you never like to hear, if you're an employee of a company, you never want to hear that that company is cutting off staff, whether it affects you directly or not in the immediate term.
All right, let's move on to Cree Lighting. We discussed last week this company is cutting 172 jobs in Sturtevant. Now, some of the former employees, I believe 2 employees, are now suing over this decision.
It's 3.
3?
And so what's happening there is Cree is ending its manufacturing operations at its Sturtevant headquarters. So that is resulting in the job loss that you mentioned. Now, 3 of the employees are suing the company, saying that they were furloughed back in October. They were never recalled. They never, they say, got proper layoff notice. And so now they're suing for back pay. Interestingly, one of these lawsuits also claims that there were actually 580 employees affected by furlough/layoff. So if that's the case, the job loss situation there could be much worse than what we originally heard about.
And this is just the 3 employees right now. We haven't seen any more people join on.
That's what we've seen as far as the lawsuits at this point.
All right. Just we want to talk about a new reporter highlighting a slowdown in gender diversification in Wisconsin boardrooms. Women currently hold 141 out of 459 board seats in the state's top 50 companies. Talk about this report and what we're learning from it.
This is an organization, Milwaukee Women, Inc., that have for years advocated for more female diversity on Wisconsin corporate boards. And they've been doing this annual report as they've been pushing this. And we've seen notable progress. We've gone for big public companies in Wisconsin. 5 years ago, female board membership was, I believe, 23%. It's now 30%. But within the last year, that progress has stalled. Same on the private company side. 5 years ago, I believe it was 20% female board membership, and now at 23%. Again, progress, but same thing there. Over the last year of them doing this report, those numbers have kind of stalled out. Yeah. So, the importance of diversity on these boards is to just bring new perspectives rather than have, a bunch of board members kind of all the same mindset. More diversity brings more ideas and helps companies be more successful. And companies are seeing that. That's why they're going along with this push. But, that progress has stalled a little bit, and maybe, it's easier to move the numbers when the number is lower. It gets harder as you move along and the number gets higher.
All right, Andrew Weiland, always good to talk these headlines with you. We appreciate you stopping by.